At Haute Time, we're lucky here to be with Ulysse Nardin CEO Patrik Hoffmann in the United States headquarters. It's a beautiful space. Patrik will take us and give us an inside tour, as well as showcase some of the finest pieces from Basel, Switzerland. Thank you, Patrik, and welcome back home.
Welcome. It's going to be a pleasure to show you around. The main purpose of this office and the size we have is the after-sales service. We have always 6 watchmakers on staff. We always have constantly somebody in Switzerland at training. That's really the pride of this office, what we do for the product. This is, of course, general logistics, advertising, marketing. And then we have this whole section here which is really dedicated to the product. On the one side we have shipping with a big vault, but most importantly, as I mentioned before, we have our whole after-sales service department. And the way we set it up, all our equipment we have, the way we work, is all based on what we do in Switzerland. We are basically able to probably repair 95% of all our models here. So if it's the Freak, if it's the Sonata, GMT Perpetual, we can repair everything here. All the watchmakers you see here, they have been in training in Switzerland constantly, so they go there maybe every 2 years. So we have Chris here. He is American actually, but he lived in Switzerland for more than 2 years with his family, came back and is now in charge for our after-sales service. So you have Kelvin here. He is here with us for 7 years. And he has been in Switzerland 2 or 3 times already. He is working right now simultaneously on a complete overhaul of a chronograph and the GMT Perpetual. Then you see we are fully equipped with all kind of tools, machines. We have a full equipped polishing room, and of course keep everything separate. It's very important. Also the air here is in a reverse flow, so that we keep the dust outside.
Oh, wow.
So you want to see some product? My favorite at the moment is the one I wear.
Wow.
And that's the first prototype of our new Sonata. It's called the Sonata Streamline. It's new now in a case out of titanium gold, and the bezel in ceramic. The movement is our movement, which has been in market now for almost 10 years. We had a great success with this in Basel. Now the deliveries will start in about 1 or 2 months. And you might remember, you know, the story of silicium, which started with the Freak in the year 2001. Yeah. And it was the first time that silicium was used in any watch, in the watch industry as such. And in the meantime, I mean, when you walk through Basel this year, you realize that all the established brands are working with silicium. So that really shows that innovation is not just in creating more complications. Innovation is also to use new materials inside the watches. This is an interesting piece. It's called the Luna. What it is really, it has a lot of DNA from Ludwig Huxley inside. It has a part of the philosophy and the innovation which we put into our Moonstruck. So it's a very new way of showing the revolving of the moon. It's a very accurate moon face. Like many brands today, it's a very classic look, you know, it's a rather slim look. The pride of Basel for us really this year was this model. It's our new caliber 118. What it means is it's now the first time that we have a base movement which is produced in a more industrialized way. What is very amazing about this particular piece, of course, it's an iconic piece. It's a marine chronometer with that in-house movement. The escapement, which is produced out of silicium, is also produced in-house by our subsidiary, which is called Sigatec. And on top of it, the dial on this particular watch is a so-called Grand Feu enamel dial, which is also produced in-house. So this is now really a fusion where we have all our companies and subsidiaries somehow involved and packed in one watch. That's the first time. Ulysse Nardin is always famous for chiming watches. This is a so-called Ausstreicher erotica, and you can see the movement of those figures. I don't think that needs more comment. You'll see what that means. Ulysse Nardin is making more and more an effort in the ladies collection as well, but we try to keep also the ladies collection functional. I said the product is important for us. In this case, I would call it's a watch for the professional lady, a dual time watch with a big date. And of course there's some fashion aspects in here. In this case it's a purple dial. It's a combination of the technical aspect, the mechanics and the fashion.